What is up, everybody? Smooth here, and today's video we have xinzhao playing against, to me, what I felt like might have been in my first actual win trader, because we were going against Malphite in the jungle for some reason. I guess you could, maybe he was, tilted at somebody, mad at somebody on the enemy team, maybe, auto queued up with another player, right? Because to me, I was like, there's no way that somebody would actually go Malphite jungle unless they were trying to lose the game, or they were just, mad at somebody on this team they might have been playing with previously. And then so this game, they're like, you know what, we're in the same lobby, so I'm gonna completely ruin your game. Because at first, I thought we were gonna go Riven jungle at first, but then we go into the game, it's Malphite jungle. I was like, what in the world is going on? As right here, we managed to pick up an early kill on Brand, and then we pick up another kill here on Malphite. But I've been trying to get a video of xinzhao recently, right? Because he recently did get nerfed. I mean, not recently, but in a couple of patches ago, he got nerfed, right? His base armor, base health. So I've been trying to play him a bit more to see where he actually stands as of right now in the meta, right? Like, is he really good still? Is his, like, has that nerf done anything for him really? And of course, it definitely has done something, but it's not that extraordinary, of course, it's nothing like what they did to Rangar. Rangar right now is really hurt. He has definitely fallen off a lot. Especially, the nerf they did with Kha'Zix, that has definitely impacted him overall, because right now in the early game, he's not as strong as he normally was at the beginning. So right here at the early game, it was pretty, pretty confusing. It was kind of even at certain points, but then later on, we kind of just got dragons, we got turrets, and as you can see right here, it's 7-2, right? And then I'm pushing to get this turn, and you can see Alistair, he just walks up and he just stands there. It's like he's kind of given up already because of the way the team was playing. And then we managed to take the turret, and then eventually he comes in and we pick up the turret, and then we managed to pick up another kill. So overall, you could say, that he was definitely trolling super hard the Malphite in the jungle. But could he have been WINTRADER? I'm not exactly sure. There's really nothing that I could have, because they can kind of block their match history, right? So you can't see whether they won or not or anything like that. But you could say Malphite jungle really is, win trading to a certain point, right? And I have to say, this was my first time ever experiencing this with xinzhao. So I probably should play xinzhao a bit more, because the games seem to be going like this. I've played him about 4 or 5 times now, and every single time we haven't played very well, but for whatever reason we end up winning the game. Like, I think there's been twice now that I've played him, I've got absolutely carried with him. I didn't do that well on kills, I died a lot, but I got assists, but I was like, this game really isn't that good. And this game as well, we really didn't show the build in the beginning, mainly because I felt that it wasn't, this game really isn't about builds or anything like that. But we went for Trinity, Blade of the Rune King into Death Dance, and then I've been seeing Trinity Force more on xinzhao as of recently. I'll definitely try to play that a bit more. It definitely is fun, but I think the best build would still be Black Cleaver into Blade of the Rune King. The original build, the standard build, you could say, on xinzhao is definitely better. But of course, if you want to mix things up, right, because his third ability is attack speed, so you gain attack speed similar to Camille's third ability, right? If you land a stun, you get attack speed. But I think that the Sheen passive definitely works better on Camille than it would on xinzhao, because recently I think I was watching a stream one time, and then Doom, a competitive player, said the reason he prefers the Black Cleaver on xinzhao is because of the Sheen passive. So I've been walking with Black Cleaver most of the time, but switching things up every now and then can be fun, especially if you are winning the game as well. And as you can see right now, overall, the enemy team has completely given up. They're not even showing on the map. And I guess you could say this is a really big issue with Wild Rift still, you know. And this, of course, is in Diamond rank, right? So you can, you know, even in Diamond rank, you're having this type of issues. But again, you know, there's really nothing more evidence that I could have given you that saying that he is a WINTRADER. You know, I guess if I was on the same team, then I could definitely say, okay, this guy is, you know, if maybe if he's in base, you know, AFK in jungle, anything like that, then of course, right? But this, he was on the enemy team, and he just, you know, picked up Malphite jungle. And like I said, I thought I was playing against Riven jungle, because Riven jungle is like really hot pick. I'm currently trying to play Riven jungle as well. I'm trying to learn her a bit more, but I honestly think Riven in the jungle is probably one of the hardest characters to play. It is just difficult, and I think it's very difficult because of her utility. You know, there's so many combos, so many engagement tools. You know, 2 stuns, and then you have your dash, your ultimate. You know, you can use your ult twice, and that is also like you know, comboing it with your dash, your stun, your first ability stun as well, right? Like in combination with everything, it just becomes very overwhelming. And that's why I think Riven jungle is, like, for me, one of the hardest characters that I have actually tried playing, because Riven has been in the game for a really long time, and she's barely been nerfed or buffed, right? She's been quite the same since release. As right here, we managed to pick up a kill on her, and right now I think it's just, you know, people are starting to see that she actually is really strong. And Riven in the jungle has actually been played a lot as of recently in the Wild Rift tournament, right? That recently just ended. And as you can see, right, Trinity into Blade of the Ruined King, we have 6 kills. It's pretty much a stompy game, and a very quick game as well. So at first we were like, you know, maybe we shouldn't use this video, but then I kind of looked back at it and watched it. I was like, you know what, this guy might actually have been a WINTRADER, like, or he might have been just completely trolling, like, who knew, right? And at the time I was like, you know what, man, let's just try to end the game as fast as possible. And so I guess you could say, you know, win trading is still an issue right now in the Wild Rift. You know, hopefully they do get rid of this, but I'm not exactly sure how they can completely get rid of this. But as you can see, if I was on the enemy team, I would actually be super mad, because for some people, you know, it could be promotional matches, it could be demotion, right, D-ranked games, you know, and they end up having a teammate like that, where it's just Malphite jungle, like, there's really nothing you can do. And right here we just started to go for Baron, like I said, you know, just trying to end the game as fast as possible, you know, not trying to linger on to this game, just trying to get out of it and go to the next game as soon as we can. So right here we pick up the Baron Nasher, and after that we kind of just, you know, pick up some more items and then look to end the game. So we just decide, okay, maybe shouldn't backport, but then right here a team fight breaks out, we end up winning the team fight, and then we end up just pushing and ending the game. So a very simple game, and honestly I really can't say if xinzhao has fallen off that much. He definitely has fallen off, right? Because when you see these nerfs, right, like 5 health, 5 armor, 5 base attack, it's like, oh, it's really nothing much. So it takes some time, you know, it takes some time to actually see if in the long run, you know, when you continue playing, okay, has he really dropped off, or is he still strong as he used to be? But I can say that Rengar I have definitely felt the impacts of Rengar. Like, I'm still trying to get a video with him, but that's how much I'm struggling with him, you know. I just haven't found much success with him. No matter if I'm running, you know, a more tankier build or a one-shot build, I'm still having, you know, I'm not finding success with him as much as I used to. So you can definitely say the nerfs that they got to Rengar have really hit him very hard. But for xinzhao, not that much. You know, he definitely is still very strong, definitely in the solid pick tier, because when you play him, you're gonna do really well overall. You know, you're tanky, you have good damage, and then if you go for attack speed, then your knockup will do really good thing. You know, you can lock onto somebody and stun them up, and then your team just does the rest. And right here, we die our first death of the game, but our team manages to end the game nice and easy, as you can see right here. So very simple game, very boring game, but I guess you can say that win trading is still an issue in the Wild Rift, as we managed to win the game. But after watching this back, I was just thinking to myself that maybe I should play xinzhao a bit more, because I seem to be winning with him a lot. Like, I end up winning many games with him, and we don't even do well. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. Peace.